Hello and welcome to another tutorial. My name is Tom on Cables. My nickname is Pandur and I want to talk today about the standalone again and about working with local files in the standalone version. So just something to explain about URLs and local files and so on. So Cables, until now it was only available on the web, right? And on the web, working with files or external assets is done via URLs. So this is why all the operators that are in Cables already, they work with URLs. So for example, so I'm now in the standalone, and when I choose a file, or when I in the web version upload a file, I can just drag it into the patch field, and then I get this operator, like an automatic operator. So when I hover this file name here, you see file : /. So on cables.gl, you see an asset path. And both of those use URLs like starting with HTTPS : /, or in this case, file : /. So this is that this operator works in the standalone with local files, but it works through URLs. So all those operators that we wrote for the web version are still compatible with the standalone version, even though it works with local files. So we do this via this URL scheme with the file : /, in the beginning. So this is why the texture op still works. But URLs, you cannot just delete files or like watch directories or even list files in a directory with URLs, right? So you need to work with local files, so with local file paths. And this is not possible with the texture operator, but now we have some new operators that only work with the standalone. So in the op select, in the op search, when you search for standalone, you see all those extension standalone operators that are made for the standalone. So they don't work in the web version. You can create them there, but they won't do anything. They will just be dumb and not output something. So that we can still be compatible, have those patches on the web version and on the standalone version, but only in the standalone version they will do something. So I want to read a local file on my hard drive, for example, this one. So I will use the read texture file because I want to read a text file. So I will use my terminal to show files and edit files, but you sure can just do this with your file explorer or the Finder or whatever. But I just want to use the terminal because it's just more handy and quicker for me to show without working with many windows. So I have this directory here, and it is empty, so there are no files in there. So I want to create a file, for example, hello.txt, and I will just write something in it, hello. So now we have this file here, hello.txt, that's the only file in this directory. So now I want to read this file into Cables. So I can use this read text file and just enter the full path here, hello.txt, the full path to this file, and then I can click read, and then you see the content is outputted directly. So let me add a this string operator, and you see the hello here. So nice. So now I can edit the file again and add something here and save it. And this is still the same, so I can click read again, and then you see it changes to hello world, to the actual content of the file. So this is basically how you read a text file from like an absolute path into Cables. But now we want a bit more magic. So I want to see the current value even if the file changes. So Cables should just update this when the file changes. So this is something that you could not do with an URL, right? So there is an operator, standalone files, watch, and this operator takes a path and will, for example, trigger something, event happened it's called, if something changed with those files. So I will put in my path where my file lies without the file name, without the actual file name. So everything that changes in this directory will trigger an event. So I will connect this to my read text file operator. And now when I edit this file and just put something in there, then you see the value has changed. So I can just write this and save it, and then you see it's popping up there directly because it's watching changes in this directory. So I will just add like a trigger counter here, so we can just see stuff happening. So this was 0 times triggered now, but now I will create a new file, another txt, and put something in here, and then you see the times triggered has increased because I created a new file and wrote it. So you can also receive changes. You will also receive changes from anything that changes in this directory. So we can also visualize what's happening here, and with another op, which is really great, and it's called readdir, standalone files readdir. And I can add this, and now I will put in my path again, and we will get an array because we will get all the directory entries, all the files and subdirectories from this directory in an array. So I can use array this array, and then I see all the files in here. So when I can also connect this to the watcher. So when I rename something, for example, I will rename into file.txt. You see it changed to file.txt. And something strange you might have seen before is when I edit this file, there's another entry here. So this is actually my editor. It creates a swap file. It creates like a temporary file while working on a new version of that file. So this will just go when I quit the editor, then it's gone. But so with this readdir, you can just see everything that's happening in this directory. So if I copy a file, so imagine you have like a directory and you render something in Blender, After Effects or whatever, and it just renders into one directory. You just get all the files that are rendered to it. So you can react to those changes and, I don't know, like load them and display them in 3D, or you know, you can just create workflows with local files from other program that you react and that you do something with it. Yeah, so that's some of those standalone file operators. Just explore them and have a look. So there's something called exist that tells you if a file is lying there. Then you have stat, which tells you like the size of a file and the date of a file and all this stuff. There's even makedir, so you can create subdirectories, and then you can write files into that subdirectory and so on. So there's a lot of stuff to explore and to create with this. And yeah, if you have any questions, or maybe you have an idea for a workflow like with working with local files, let us know. And maybe I will create a tutorial from this. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.